So I've been getting some comments asking about how to actually sell fuel from your Illuvium Zero land to the fuel exchange. So I'm going to go through that, but I'm going to take it a step further and actually show you how to sell your fuel for the highest possible amount. So to start, you can't actually sell from the Illuvium Zero plot itself or from in-game. You need to sign in to the Illuvidex on your browser. So simply sign in. You'll come to your profile. While we're here quick, if you go into account settings and check out referral code, you'll notice every 30 days you need to renew your referral code. So that 30 days is coming to an end for a lot of people. So whether you have Nijafe in there or have somebody else, make sure you go and re-enter it to keep incentivizing these creators to make more content. And by the end of this video, if you think I've saved you at all and helped you get a better ROI, maybe consider throwing mine in there. But let's go up to the top here. We're going to go to Fuel Exchange. So I'm going to click over it. These are my orders over here on the right. You can see some of my completed ones pending. Go over to Sale. When you click in there, you're going to see your plots of land. You can see I have a tier 3, a tier 2, and 2 tier 1s. The tier 3 is what I want to sell from right now. You're going to choose which fuel you want to sell. So I know that Krypton is selling for the highest value right now, even though they're all pretty close. I'm going to sell a little bit of Krypton, and I usually sell in increments of 100, but you can do whatever you want. Just know that if some of your fuel gets sold, but it doesn't fill the complete order, you don't get paid from that order until it's completely filled. So say you've been stocking up a lot. I wouldn't try to sell, thousands at a time, because say you put an order for 5,000 and only 2,000 of that sells, and then the price drops a little lower. So new people are buying from a different sell order. Your order is going to be stuck in limbo until the price goes back up. I've had some success selling around, 500 units at a time, but most of the time I stick with 100 or 200 just to make sure I get that sell order to go through. So from here, you're going to go down to the price. It's already listed at the top price, which is not what it's selling for right now. So if you just clicked create order, the order will just stay open for right now because we're not at that top rail. And for example, I have a couple orders right here on the right that are set at that top rail. And the only reason I have that there is if for some reason there's a big spike in demand, overnight or at any point, and these sell orders go through, well, it's the max I'm ever going to be able to get because it's the top rail. So I might as well keep some there in case it ever touches that. If you click here to market pricing, it'll show you the max price and your average price. So your max price right here is going to be 5026. Your average price is 6097. And if you want to see what the lowest price you can list it at, you just go to start typing and you can see that there is a low rail, but it's a moving rail. It's not constant. Every time people start selling lower, this price can go lower. But right now, the cheapest you could sell it at would be 506776 and so on. At one point, you needed to list at this low price in order to get your sell order bought up, but that's not the case anymore. And I think a lot of people are still making that mistake of selling at this low price when they're really losing out on an ROI. Now, there was a lot of landowners freaking out about a week and a half ago when there was that change that cut supply by 75%. But if you've been looking at the prices, we're already back up about 3x from those floors. So instead of selling at this low price, you can get about 3x this value right now. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to figure that out. So if you go over to purchase, we're looking at Krypton. Right now, it's going to show you a bonus. So if you put in, say, 1,000, you're getting a bonus of 1614. Now, the whole bonus system, I never really liked in the first place. I would rather it show you the exact price of the fuel. But right now, we're dealing with this bonus. So I'm going to show you how to figure out the exact price so you know where to list yours at. So there's a little bit of math involved here. But you want this number that you type in plus the fuel bonus to equal 1,000. So let's go ahead and try to figure that out. Little trial and error here. So if I put in 600, we're at 961. If I put in 620, we're almost at 1,000. Let's go 623. Almost there. 624. All right, so that would equal 999 right there. All right, so when you have this number equaling close to 1,000, then you basically have your price of fuel. Obviously, we're going to move the decimal point over to here, but that's the price you want to sell at. So I'm going to copy this. I already have the 2 zeros here. Now I want to go over to a sell order. Again, I have my Krypton here. So I know I already have the 2 zeros and I wanted to move over 2 decimal points. Oh, sorry. I have the 2 zeros and I wanted to move over 3 decimal points. So I am going to delete the 2 6 and the 2 zeros that I already have, paste in the number from the sell order. So that's 5016224. Now this is basically the best price that you should be able to get a sell order to go through. And for example, on the right here, I have an order here that has 5019 and it has not completed, just to show you that going higher wouldn't complete it. But now I'm going to click create order on this and see if I can get this sold. And you can see this 1.6 is about 2.5x from that floor price right now. So if you're listing at that absolute floor price, you're missing out on like 250% more than what you're selling it for. So I'm going to exit out of this. Where's the one I just listed? Right up here. And then I can just refresh a couple times and we'll see if we can get the seller to go through. See, there we go. We already got 23% of it sold. And like I was mentioning before, if you put too big of an order and say you got 23% of it sold and the price just drops dramatically from there because more people are listing the fuel, it could get stuck like this and you can't just really cancel out of it or you'll lose what you already sold. So I would just put in smaller batches to make sure you get that whole order sold off. So let's refresh a couple more times. All right, still at that 23%, but at least I know I put it at a price that is around the floor. So whether it goes up or down, maybe just as I did this, someone else put an order slightly below this. So maybe that's going to get filled and then it'll come back to my order. But anyways, you can see that I am selling fuel for about 2.5 times that low rail right now. So I hope that helped you out in how to actually sell your fuel, how to get the most bang for your buck on that fuel. And if you're selling at that low rail, first of all, I hope this video helped you and you can sell it for a lot more. But also if everybody's selling at that higher price, it brings up that floor a little bit and it brings up the average that's shown so that landowners can continuously sell for a good price that actually meets that demand. Again, if this helped you out, throw in my creator code. I really appreciate that. Nijafe. And I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.